The NFL on EA Sports has come to the Twin Cities at U.S. Bank Stadium in downtown Minneapolis. The scene a short time ago, this crowd decked out in purple, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. We're ready for football, folks, as the Vikings get set to do battle with Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys. Here's Kai Forbath now to get us started, and we are underway from downtown Minneapolis.
That's it, buddy. We're going to work.
To Hunt, 180.
Right there, 54 Mike. I got you. I got you.
Open here, Adam Thielen. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
Yeah, this is going to depend on the spot, but I believe he might be a few inches short. So opening drive, 3 straight runs, unable to pick up the first.
I know the fans want to see first downs, but guess what? The coaches have reasons for what they're doing. Sometimes they've scripted it, and some of these runs, while they haven't been successful now, they may be successful later on.
And maybe some indecision on getting the punt team out there, and they're going to get a delay. And that'll set them back 5.
Good luck, baby. Good luck, baby.
So on 4th down, Britton Colquitt on to punt. Back deep for the Cowboys, Tavon Austin. Fielded at the 20. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now Elliott. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
I'm scared. Bang, 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 bang. Check it out. We're going to 54. Check it back. Check it back.
On 3rd down, Elliott. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 11 yards and a Cowboy 1st down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, where that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other. Yardage.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll run with Elliott. Trying to get out wide, but he's going to be tackled right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
And it's 3rd down.
Here we go. Come on, hey. I'm coming after you. Hey, kill. 26.
Prescott now from the 50. Going up top. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. Where do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23.
You can't block me. Two. Wide. Get wide. Check. X3. 218. Chop.
Here's a quick throw to Thielen. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8. A first down throw for Cousins. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10.
Kill. Turn up. Kill. Turn up. Leave it. Bring up 48. Hey, orbit.
To throw, Cousins completes it to the fullback, Ham. No gain on that one, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Well, the stats that matter on this play don't help a team very much unless, of course, you're playing defense.
If you're getting points per reception, you got a reception, but no yardage. Great job by the defense, though. They read through that one.
They read through it, gave up no yardage, and people got credit for tackles. Pretty good deal.
And he's able to find Diggs. It's a gain of 16, and the Vikings have the first down as well. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Adam Thielen, 43 yards. As his guys are on the board first here tonight. And a nice job by him to catch the slant and then navigate and break free.
And receivers love slant routes because it gets the ball in their hands so quickly and oftentimes on the move. And when they're on the move like that, then they get to use their best asset, which is usually their speed.
And their speed sometimes, like this instance, can take them into the end zone. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down. A little eager there coming in from his outside linebacker position.
You think the hard count got him there?
Yes.
Maybe that extra that extra emphasis on it. Got him to jump, and they picked up 5 yards.
After the penalty, it's Elliott. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. They'll try the sweep with Elliott. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. A first down carry by Elliott. And he will make his way back to where he started from, and that's all, as we will make our way to the 2-minute warning.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 40-yard line.
A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. Prescott's throw going to be caught by Gallup, and he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 13 yards and a first down, Cowboys. On first down, it's Elliott. So he got free of 1 tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. A gain of 3, 2nd down. 10th carry now for Elliott. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
He's crashing.
On 3rd down, it's Elliott. Finding room inside the 40. Give him 15 there, and the Cowboys have a first. They held him in check in the first half, but that's his longest carry of the game right there.
So would this be the definition of fresh legs since he didn't get much done in the first half? Now he has a great opportunity. He's taking full advantage of it.
They'll run on first down. Elliott. It's Xavier Rhodes there in on the stop. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. They'll try to throw now. Prescott, he's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. Oh, very close to a turnover there in the end zone. Randall Cobb, the intended receiver. And it'll bring up 3rd down. Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. On now is Kai Forbath to try the field goal. From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, listen, now no kick from 50-plus is a gimme, but here you're indoors in a dome. You'd think ideal conditions.
Yeah, and it's one that he would expect himself to make, not just us expecting him to make it. Over the years, my theory is very simple. The athletic ability of kickers continues to get better and better. Check their background. They were all county, all state, and other positions, not just soccer players. These guys expect themselves to be great as well.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. First down, here's the run with Cook. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Earlier this half, you were wondering how the defense was going to handle him defensively. Were they going to bottle him up at different levels, so to speak, is what you said. What have you seen so far?
Well, I think they've been absolutely terrific because it feels like on every play, if we were watching this in the film room, when they clicked off the film or stopped it, you would see 11 shirts of that same color right there in the frame trying to tackle it. That's what you're looking for.
First and 10 at the 16-yard line.
The hike! Lady! 54! Two! Check! Five!
From the red zone now, Cousins. The Notre Dame man, Jalen Smith, able to get a hand in and knock it away.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Check! 1-50.
Cousins gives way to Cook. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up.
54 Mike. So we got man.
Now Cousins. It's complete to Diggs. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
First and goal at the 3-yard line.
You're hot. What I need? I'm coming.
They'll run for it with Cook. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Dalvin Cook in the final seconds of the first half. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage.
That's one of the better examples of clock management I've seen. Whittled it all the way down just about and still put the ball in the end zone.
Yeah, just a methodical drive and something really to take into the lockers here. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3.
Get ready.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The sack by big number 98, Linval Joseph. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game.
No.
Third and long for Prescott. Cooper's got it. Give him 18 on that one, and it's a Dallas first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Prescott on first down. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. Give him 18 on that one, and it's a Dallas first down. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Switch.
Here we go. Go to 54. Why?
On first down, it's Elliott, and he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. That's going to wind up a long.
Strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Now on 2nd and 13, Prescott. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
They start the drive with Cook. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And he's way down into Dallas territory inside the Cowboy 15. A big play there. Cousins to Thielen. 42 yards. On the carry, it's Cook. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Cousins. This will be caught at about the 6. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Again, it's Elliott. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
But you know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on fourth down. The Cowboys will go. Prescott looking deep in the direction of Cooper. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Jason Garrett might be wanting to reconsider the decision to go for it there. And, boy, possession here turns over with a football already being in the red zone.
Jahan, what are you?
54 Mike. It's our time. It's our time, guys. It's our time.
Wait a
Cousins now to throw on first down. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. He was looking for his tight end there, Kyle Rudolph. That'll bring up second down. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
Makes it 3rd and 4.
The Vikings on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
Check 31. Check.
A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
And he missed it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, they can probably live with that with this late lead in the 4th quarter. That's one of the few things that's gone wrong.
You're exactly right. This one was well in hand. That kick there was more for cosmetics, you know, to add to their score. Not getting it, that shouldn't harm them at all.
Looking to throw. Prescott. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. And he's going to score. It's a Viking touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them into the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get...
And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Randall Cobb, 82 yards. And the Cowboys get a bit closer. So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give them credit for that. Too little, too late, but no zero. Oh, you're going slow clap on me.
Not very nice, is it?
No, but they haven't been very nice on offense. It's been a struggle. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Forbath to send it away now following the touchdown. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they have to feel like they missed on an opportunity for points last time when they couldn't connect on that short field goal try.
And no doubt about it, because they were counting on those points. In today's
and the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down. The tank, DeMarcus Lawrence with a sack. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Cousins now. And Diggs has it. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Here's Cousins. Throwing left side, it's complete. Might want to remember that 3rd down play, 37 yards. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big players.
coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence, because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Cook, and he'll get about 4 as he's brought down at the 24. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
Throwing is Cousins. This is Johnson. He's got it. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A 24-yard touchdown. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
This will be taken in at the 1. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that, and coach.
It's caught inside the 25. It's a big play for the Cowboys on 3rd. 49 yards. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick.
And this is going to be intercepted. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. Cooper was the target there.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. Following the interception, here's Prescott. He's going to find Gallup here complete. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 13 yards and a 1st down, Cowboys. Prescott now just 6 of 15 through the air. Not good, but 1st and 10 here. Throwing, Prescott. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Completes it to Jason Witten. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 15-yard line. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays.
And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great.
Looking for Thielen, but it's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And that will write a finish to this ball game.